Under the Lemon Moon by Edith Hope Fine with illustrations by Renee King Moreno. This is a multicultural picture book with Mexican heritage that was published on April 1st, 1999 by Lee and Low Books. This story is about a young Mexican girl learning about generosity and forgiveness. One night, Rosalinda is awakened by noise in the garden. Someone is stealing lemons from her beloved lemon tree. She seeks the help of a guardian angel to help. Rosalinda follows the advice of her angel under a full moon, and the lemon tree bears lots of fruit. She gives all the lemons away to her neighbors, and one to the man who stole her fruit. She advises him to plant the seeds. He is grateful, and she feels good that she has helped a family in need. This book has received numerous awards. The 50 Best Children's Books, Parents Magazine, Children's Book Mean Business, Children's Books Council, Notable Social Studies Trade Books for Young People, Honor Book, and many more. This book is 32 pages long. This is a really great book, an example of how to turn a negative situation into something positive and full of meaning. Deep in the night, Rosalinda heard noises. Whoosh, snap! What is that, she wondered, slipping from her bed. She peeked out past Mamma's garden with its papa's close scarecrow and past the wash line. Way back by the lemon tree, something was moving. Heart thumping, Rosalinda crept to the doorway. Blanca, her pet hen, fluttered down from the rafters. Bark, 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 barked Blanca. Shh! Shushed Rosalinda. The lemon wedge moon gave only a sliver of light. She waited for her eyes to glow, used to the darkness. Then she saw branches shaking in the shadows. Rosalinda looked harder. A man with hunched shoulders was stuffing lemons into a cloth sack. Her lemons! From her tree! With Blanca under her arm, Rosalinda slipped out and hid behind the scarecrow. Who is this night man? Why does he take my lemons? She wondered. Squawk! Blanca flew to the scarecrow's head. Rosalinda wobbled its stiff arms. Aye! Cried the night man. He grabbed the sack and fled. In the morning, Rosalinda touched the stump of a broken branch. Not a single lemon was left on the whole tree. A tear slid down her cheek. Oh, mi arbolito, my little tree, Rosalinda crooned in a sad song, as Blanca barked along. She loved her lemon tree almost as much as she loved Blanca. Why, Blanca? Why did he do this? Rosalinda asked, clutching a bundle of twigs. Blanca's feathers drooped. By the end of the week, many leaves of the lemon tree were yellow. Some had fallen. Rosalinda's worries got bigger. First the night man, now her tree was sick. After breakfast, Rosalinda listened to the thrum-thrum of Mamma's loom. I must do something, Rosalinda told her parents. Perhaps someone we know can help, Mamma suggested, smoothing Rosalinda's long hair. A neighbor or friend, or your abuela, added Papa, with a hug. He turned back to his workbench. Rosalinda set out. My tree is sick. What should I do? Rosalinda asked her neighbor Esmeralda. I talked to my plants, said Esmeralda, tending her lush flower garden. I did that, thought Rosalinda. Aloud she said, Gracias. She caught up with Señor Rodolfo, her friend of few words. My tree is sick. What should I do? She asked. Much water, he said, heading for the nearby mercado, the marketplace. I did that, thought Rosalinda. She remembered the heavy buckets of water she had lugged to her tree. Aloud she said, Gracias. When Rosalinda arrived at her grandmother's house, Abuela was sitting on her porch in the morning sun. Rosalinda settled in close to watch her, watching Abuela's knitting needles flash. What should I do for my tree, Abuela? It will take some time for your tree to heal, mija, she said. I will light a candle for you. I haven't done that, thought Rosalinda. Aloud she said, Gracias, Abuelita. Abuela eased the worries from Rosalinda's forehead with her warm hand. The candle will help, Rosalinda, Abuela said quietly. Perhaps it will summon La Anciana, the old one. She helps things grow. Everyone had heard rumors of La Anciana, of her powers for bringing rain and making crops grow strong and tall. Tell me again, Abuela, said Rosalinda. For many years of full moons, Abuela began, it has been said there lives an old wise woman with gentle eyes. She walks the countryside, helping things grow. Where can I find her? Asked Rosalinda. No one knows, but they say La Anciana will come when she is needed. Rosalinda thought hard. I need you. Please come, Anciana. All day and night, Rosalinda waited, but La Anciana did not come. Be back by sundown, called Papa, as Rosalinda and Blanca left the house early the next morning. Rosalinda waved. She walked and walked, searching. Blanca balked at her heels. Everywhere they went, Rosalinda called, Anciana! Anciana! La Anciana did not answer. Maybe she isn't real, Rosalinda said to Blanca. Bark, clucked the hen, as if she understood. As the sun slipped down the sky, Rosalinda told Blanca, We must go home. They circled back through the mercado with its colorful stalls and busy shoppers. Then Rosalinda stopped. Limones, said a sign at the last stall. Behind a man, a woman rocked a baby. Their two small children played near by with the pebbles. Rosalinda knew this man with hunched shoulders who was selling lemons. He was the night man, and the lemons were hers. Rosalinda shivered. She and Blanca ducked behind a stall lined with bright marionettes. It's the night man, with lemons for my tree. Where are you, Anciana? Stammered Rosalinda. She stroked her quivering hen's soft feathers. I am here, came a low, sweet voice. Rosalinda jumped. Before her stood a woman with silvery hair. Her wrinkles were deep, her eyes gentle. Rosalinda knew. Filled with wonder, she couldn't speak. You have looked far for me, Rosalinda, the woman said. Tell me. The woman listened as Rosalinda whispered her story. To take your lemons was wrong, La Anciana murmured. Perhaps he had a need. From her flowering sleeve La Anciana pulled a strong branch with tiny fronds. Mira, watch, said La Anciana. Recuerdo, remember, the moon will be full tonight. Rosalinda listened with her heart and mind as La Anciana spoke of how to heal the lemon tree. That night Rosalinda crept outside under the lemon moon. She closed her eyes. Mira y recuerdo, watch and remember. Rosalinda tore an old rag into strips. She held La Anciana's branch against the stump of a broken branch of her lemon tree. They fit as naturally as a fat lemon fit in Rosalinda's cupped hands. Round and round she pulled the ribbons of cloth, binding the two branches until they came as one. Moonbeams poured over the sickly tree, making yellowed leaves look silver. Tired, she woke with a start when Blanca balked. Rosalinda rubbed her eyes, astonished. Her tree was glowing golden in the night, dripping with lemons as big and round as baby moons. Arms wide, Rosalinda danced around the shimmering lemon tree. Blanca followed, wings aflutter. The next morning Rosalinda told Blanca, I know what to do. She piled fat lemons into a wooden cart. Blanca perched on the lemon pyramid. Off they went together. Friends and neighbors greeted on their way. One by one, Rosalinda gave away amazing lemons. Que grandes! How big! Gracias, said Esmeralda. Hermosos, said Señor Rodolfo. Lovely. Que jugosos! How juicy! Gracias, said Abuela. When Rosalinda had given away all but one of her lemons, she headed for the last stile of the mercado. Rosalinda stared at the night man, and he stared back. Then her warm hand touched his cold, rough hand, and she gave him her fat last lemon. Lo siento. I am sorry. The man lowered his eyes. Rosalinda found her voice. Siembra las semillas. Plant the seeds, she told him. Do it tonight, while the moon is still full. The man was quiet. He tilted his head towards his family with their warm clothes and hungry faces. For you and for them, said Rosalinda. I will do as you tell me, he said. Rosalinda smiled. With a bark, Blanca flip-flapped into the little cart for the ride back home. She settled in, content. Rosalinda felt content too. Except for one fat hen, Rosalinda's cart was empty, but her heart was as full as a lemon moon.